Our high school years. Years we look back upon as the golden years of our lives. Years where we can get into some mischief without any serious consequence, and the feeling of barely having any responsibility compared to what we have now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Touhou Versus, the show where we compare two characters of similar strength to see who would come out on top. Our match today has two high school girls who gain supernatural abilities. In the left corner, the nerdy social outcast who is addicted to TikTok, Sumireko Usami. And in the right corner, the dumb popular bimbo who cries in the bathroom at parties, Sanae. Alright ladies, I want a good clean fight. No cheap shots, no assistance, and no fan renditions. The bell is rung. Let us understand just who these two are. Hey guys, it's me, the cooler Beastmaster here. Be sure to check out my Twitch for even more content I post regularly, linked in the description. While you're down there, consider joining the Discord server. We are hosting a huge tournament soon, and info will be in the Discord server. Hey! Oh shit! Get out of here, you damn freeloader! Ah! But, yeah, what he said. Let's begin with the spooky and supernatural teen Sumireko Usami. Sumireko was a human from the outside world who seems to have been born with high-level psychic powers, or ESP. Her telekinetic lifting strength is measured at Class 5, which is the ability to lift objects that weigh 1,000 to 5,000 kilos, or 2,200 to 11,000 pounds. That is fucking crazy. This gives Sumireko the ability to lift up small trucks and uproot most medium-sized trees. Lifting things with your mind isn't the extent of psychic powers, however. Sumireko also has some abilities relating to teleportation, an ability which very few in Gensokyo seem to possess. Even Yukari with all of her power requires a gap to utilize teleportation. The closest character I can think of that can teleport is Komachi with her ability to manipulate distance, almost wormhole-like. However, we're getting sidetracked. Sumireko also possesses the ability to control water and fire, both examples of pyro and hydrokinesis, as well as having the ability to levitate. However, that's a given when you are dealing with the Touhou universe. Yeah. Oh! Of course. We forgot to mention the fact that she managed to cross the Hakare barrier with occult balls and almost destroyed it using them. Do I have to remind you that Yukari, one of the strongest yokai in Gensokyo, if not the strongest, created the Hakare barrier? That's the type of big brain genius we are dealing with here. She is quite powerful. However, let's take a look at our young goddess, Sanae, to see if she stands a fighting chance. Oh yeah! I finally get to talk about my favorite playable character in most of the games. Sanae is a shrine maiden for the Moira Shrine. Well, since it would be easier to start off with her weapon, let's begin with that. Sanae's Gohai is very similar to Reimu's in pretty much every way. It's how she deals with incidents, performs incantations, and, like Reimu's, it can be used as a bludgeoning weapon. Sanae has a very interesting ability to make miracles happen. Now, this can either be a really good ability or it can be completely useless, depending on the situation. As the Moira Shrine Maiden, she can call upon Kaneko and Sawako to assist her. However, there is a big discrepancy with that because that breaks one of the rules of Touhou Versus, being able to call in assistance. For this fight, I will let her be empowered by the gods, but the gods are not allowed to physically be there. Now, she has been supplied by the gods the abilities to guide the wind and create small-scale tornadoes. Now, yes, I know, this is all Kaneko's blessing, but I'll allow it, because Kaneko isn't physically there, remember? And I don't want this fight to end in 3 seconds, so I would rather have a more interesting video. She also has an attack called Sky Serpent in Hiso Tensoku, which basically throws snake spirits at her opponent. Sanae also seems to possess a very niche skill of summoning water and waves, falling stars. She also possesses a spell card called Sea Opening Moses' Miracle, which can basically split water, just like what Moses did. I mean, he's basically the Jesus of Touhou. We look at Byakuren like the Jesus of Touhou, but, you know, we always forget about Sanae. But other than that, I believe we are ready to tally up some stats. So now it's time to see each character's stats before we explain each possible scenario. The rankings for each stat will be ranked out of 10. Durability, physical strength, magic/danmaku, speed, intelligence, and technique. For Sumireko, I give her a 3 on durability, a 4 on physical strength, a 10 on magic slash Danmaku, a 9 on speed due to her being able to teleport, an 8 on intelligence, and a 7 on technique. For Sanae, I give her a 3 on durability, a 5 on physical strength, a 7 on magic slash Danmaku, a 7 on speed due to her being able to teleport, and a 4 on intelligence, and a 4 on technique. And now it's time for 2 scenarios where one of these competitors win. Sumireko would have quite an easy time taking on Sanae. Sumireko could flood the battlefield with water if she chooses to, throwing all kinds of trash and debris at her with telekinesis, anything to slow Sanae down. Sumireko could turn up the heat if things aren't going her way, using fire to keep Sanae back. This would be problematic for Sanae if her winds are not strong enough to extinguish the flames, because then her winds would be fanning them instead. Finally, Sumireko could easily finish off Sanae by lifting up a truck or a fire hydrant or anything heavy enough to kill an average person. If this were to happen, then Sumireko could easily take victory. For Sanae, she's going to need a miracle. Like, literally. She needs luck on her side for a victory against Sumireko. Okay, so if Sumireko decides to flood the battlefield with her water, this gives Sanae an easy chance to create walls of water preventing any meaningful uses of fire. Sumireko could attempt to range Sanae out, but this would be ill-advised, because if she decides to start throwing trash and debris at Sanae, then Sanae could easily blow it all back. However, this wouldn't be so easy if Sumireko decided to start throwing heavy objects like cars and trucks. Sanae would have to take her chances of getting in and performing incantations on Sumireko and try to seal her. If this were to happen, then yes, Sanae, in theory, could take victory. So finally, who do I think would win this battle between 2 outsiders? Well, if it were up to me, then I'd say Sumireko takes it home by a large margin. Sanae is protected by her gods at all costs. However, in an environment where they are not allowed to fight alongside her, problems start to arise. Sanae doesn't really have much outside of miracles, and relying on your ability to get lucky is never a good strategy. Sumireko honestly feels like a supervillain out of a Batman comic, with how strong and how interesting her abilities are. However, I want to hear what you guys think in the comments. Did I miss anything? If so, be sure to tell me. But as I see it right now, this match is over! But don't worry, there will be many more yet to come. In 2100 or something. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next century.